Hello. When we got back to miniature camera today, it's so weird. The guard change is going on as we speak. This guy obviously having a little break, chatting with the locals, or maybe that's an undercover cop. Actually, it's probably an undercover cop. Quite cute though is the little newbie guy. Can you see him over there? He looks like he's too small for his bicycle. He's checking his time. He nearly fell off. He's really trying to be efficient and show that he's tough. I think possibly they put guys like that on this duty to try and toughen them up so they can shout at people, you know, get the authoritative flavour, you know, flowing through his veins. Let's get a better picture of him. I mean, look, he's intimidated by all these other bicycles, but like, there he goes. Look at that. The guy is amazing. He's my new favourite police officer of all time. I wasn't actually going to be filming here first thing this morning, but I spotted something that definitely is worth investigating and documenting, and something that really, I mean, I enjoy it when I see these things because it solidifies in my head that the people who run the state, the people who are in charge of the army, the royal family, they are obviously, oh my God, intensely a bunch of weirdos, which I will prove. There's nowhere to go.
You need to be out of the way, otherwise they will run you over. They will not stop for you. They will run you over. They will not stop for you. They will run you over. They will not stop for you. Back.
Oh, that was really weird. Something went in, but didn't come out. I mean, God, I'm glad that I whipped my phone out earlier on and actually documented some evidence here. But just check this out. What I saw coming this morning. It's the Mercian Guard's ceremonial ram, who was being very reluctant and almost caused a police incident earlier on. But that's weird. The ram went in, the ram did not come out. That was really strange. Maybe they either want to compare it or take a photograph of the ram's hairy legs so they can compare it to the Queen's hairy legs to see if she's actually undergoing her transformation. Or maybe they want to extract liquid from it. It was, after all, a very strapping stud of a sheep, if ever I've seen one. But yeah, that was really weird. That's not what today's video is supposed to be about. Today's video is about data protection, because today the Houses of Parliament are introducing a new bill, the new Data Protection Bill, which may or may not actually be about data protection. Well, sort of it is, and sort of it isn't. I still actually haven't seen the wording yet, so I'm going to be looking at the wording over my lunch break today, and then later on when I'm in the city, we will discuss it. But in terms of this video, it's basically cut to the city. Yes, there is a big line there. I thought, oh, look, it just happens to be that a chemtrail is coming into shot, attached to a rain cloud. So they still haven't released the actual wording of the Data Protection Bill, but I've read today actually that you don't really need the wording from the British Parliament, because the new Data Protection Bill is going to be a carbon copy of a data protection bill that's being introduced into the European Parliament. So yet again, we're leaving Europe, but actually, especially in terms of data protection, we're adopting a brand new European law, which would be one of the strongest data protection laws the planet has ever had, apparently. So by leaving Europe, we become more like Europe. But it's an interesting thing. They say that in terms of data protection, they're giving power to the people. And by all accounts, a lot of people will read this thinking, oh, it's actually a positive thing. One of the more positive things, actually, the terrifying Tory government have actually achieved, or are trying to achieve, is the new data protection bill, because it puts you in control of your data, and it gives you the ability to opt out of data collection if you want to. It gives you the ability to get deleted historic social media posts. And on the surface, it seems very people-friendly, but let me just let you know what's actually going on with the data protection bill. You. Why is that an important word? Your data. You can, and all of this stuff. Well, that's it, isn't it? You may know that as it stands right now, you can actually have multiple different identities online. However, in terms of a government agenda for data collection and surveillance, what this new data protection bill is actually going to be doing is pinning down exactly who you are. You have more control over your data. Yeah, but who exactly are you in terms of how do they knit together the virtual identity and the physical identity? So yeah, you will have more control over your data because they're going to ascertain exactly who you are and what data belongs to you. I mean, the law also will be expanding the very definition of what personal data is, but of course that personal data will have to be knit to a person. At the moment, it's not that way. After they finish with this new law, that's exactly what it's going to be pinning down. It used to be the case, or still is the case before this bill passes, that the maximum fine a company can get for violating the Data Protection Act is £500,000, 500k. After this bill's passed, which is always, well, it's basically, they're doing it along with Europe, so it's part of the repeals bill almost, so it's definitely going to pass. And is there an incentive to make the law overly complicated, to make it prohibitively difficult to actually comply with it, and therefore increase the frequency and value of those lucrative fines